Hi, everyone, and welcome. We're so happy to have you all here with us in this new webinar. In the meantime, I'm going to present myself. In case you don't know me yet, I'm Stephanie. I've been working here for almost 2 years now. I've been helping franchisees with their local social media accounts, with the creation, setup, and connection of their social media pages. So if you ever need help with anything related to those, to your pages, you can reach out to me anytime. Now, if you join our last webinar on how to set up your business profiles on Facebook, Instagram, and Google, then you have already taken the most important step, and that's making sure your profiles and your store is visible online, it's verified, it's secure, and it's looking professional. And remember that here at imLabs, we do this for you. We are always helping you with this your pages, anything that comes or happens with your pages, we are here to help you. And if you're not a current imLabs client, you can always schedule a free social media assessment with our team so we can review your profiles and we can give you clear recommendations and to strengthen your online presence, to tell you what you're doing good and what you can improve. Here's a quick recap of what we covered last time. So first, how to find and request access to your social media and business pages, how to set up your profile picture and bio with the right branding, and also how to localize your business information to help your customers find you easier, your address, phone number, hours, everything. So now that your pages are set up correctly, you need to stay up, you need to be responsive, you need to be connected with your local community. So this is what we are going to cover today. Today's webinar is about how to manage your community, how to understand your insights once you run your social media strategy, and how to use meta ads wisely to get the best results. And to walk you through how to manage the day-to-day communication, how to respond to messages, how to reply to customers, stay on brand, how to handle reviews, I'm going to pass it over to Kai, who's going to lead today's community management section. She's going to share real examples of what you need to do and what we recommend you not to do in case you're going to do this yourself, the community management, and some tips that you can start using today to make your online presence even better. So go, Kai.
Hi everyone, welcome to the webinar again. I'm Kai and I'm the person in charge of community management at imLabs. I manage all the reviews on Google and the comments and messages we get on Facebook and Instagram. And I also take care of keeping your pages and profiles fully optimized. And I'm the one who schedules the content for each store, making sure everything gets posted at the right time and in the right way. So today I'm going to share a bit about what we do in community management. I mean, how to manage your online community the right way, how to respond to different types of messages and reviews, and also how to stay safe from scams. So if you ever feel like managing social media is overwhelming, don't worry, we're here to help you with all of that. So by now, as Stephanie said, you should already have your pages created on Facebook, Instagram, and Google, and your pages should be linked and ready to use. So now let's start talking about engagement. Why engagement matters. And engagement is very important because it helps build real connections with your customers. I mean, when someone leaves a comment or review, that's your chance to reply and show your brand cares. And this helps your business look more professional and more human and even more trustworthy. And that's why it's super important to always keep an eye on your pages and make sure every message, every comment or review gets a response. When we talk about managing your online community, we focus on three simple but powerful ideas. Be present, be respectful, and be human. And there are some good and bad practices you should know. For example, reply within 24 hours. Responding on time shows customers that you're active and that their opinion matters. Even if it's a short message, being present builds trust. And using a professional and friendly tone is super important because people want to feel heard and respected and not answered by a robot. And always thank customers. Thanking customers for their feedback, even when it's negative, shows maturity and care, and it also tells others that your business listens and values improvement. And some bad practices you should know, and people do almost always, are, for example, getting defensive or arguing in public comments. This can damage your reputation, even if you're right, because it turns the situation into a spectacle instead of a solution. And ignoring negative feedback. I mean, not replying to negative feedback makes people think that your business doesn't care or that the issue might be true. and a lack of response speaks louder than the review itself. And last but not least, using copy paste replies. Using the same generic reply for everyone feels kind of cold or disconnected, and people notice when the reply doesn't match what they wrote. And that can hurt the customer experience. So at imLabs, we follow these as practices every day when we reply to messages and comments and reviews of our business. And also, every time we receive a bad review, I first reply with a generic response. So the review doesn't go unanswered for too long. And then I send it to Stephanie and she forwards it to your team. And that way, you can give us maybe some context about what happened. And if needed, we can update the response accordingly the situation. And that teamwork is key to making sure our replies are fast, but also honest and helpful. Okay, on social media, we receive all kind of messages and comments. And that's why it's super important to know and understand how to respond to each one the right way. For example, here's an interactive post from Lady Queen that invites people to join the conversation in the comments. And it shows different Blizzard flavors based on your mood. For example, like cheesecake if you're feeling love, or brownie if you're feeling sad or down. And in this case, customers respond by sharing their Blizzard mood of the day. And even a simple comment like this one that said sweet and romantic like a cheesecake is worth replying to. And it's just because it's your opportunity to make the customer feel seen and heard. And keeping that interaction alive helps build a stronger connection. But not all messages are positive. Sometimes people complain or share a bad experience. And when that happens, we can just ignore it. We answer respectfully, we offer help, and try to move the conversation to a private space, like DMs or a phone call or an email, but always reply too, so others can see that you care and take action. But it's all about being present and helpful and human, no matter what kind of message comes in. And one last thing. Some of you might get scam messages that look like they are from Meta or Google, and they may say things like, this one that said, your Facebook page is scheduled to be permanently deleted, and ask you to click a orange link. Just don't click. These messages are fake, and if you're not sure, you can always reach out to us and we can help you check if it is real or not. And if you really want to handle it yourself, the best thing to do is mark it as a spam and delete it. But never login details or personal information in links from unknown sources. And it's always better to double check than to take a risk, especially when it comes to your business pages. So as you can see, community management is not just answering comments. It's about taking care of your business voice online and building trust and basically turning customers into fans. And before we continue, if anyone has any questions about community management, you can leave them in the chat or you can speak now. And I don't see anything here. Okay. In any case, we will answer any questions you may have at the end of this. So now I'll pass it to my teammate Ariela, who's going to walk you through how to understand your insights, like where to find them, how to read them, and what those numbers actually mean for your business. So Ari, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. Great to have you here. Many of you already know me. I'm Mariela. I'm the account manager here at imLabs. And today I'm going to walk you through on how to understand your insights and where to find them. And for you to understand the data and not just make decisions based on assumptions. So the first thing is where to find them. So there's three key ways that you can find your insights or your metrics. The first one is using Meta Business Suite, which I will go through in a second. The second one is through the apps, so you can access them through Instagram or the Facebook app. And the third one is if you work with us, we send you every month a report with the key takeaways of the month. So the first one, the Meta Business Suite, this is the most complete one, and everyone should be able to see this because it has a lot of important data that you're able to use to make informed decisions. If you are an admin of your page, you're gonna be able to see the menu on the left. And when you access your page, you will be able to see the Insights button. And when you click on it, you're gonna be able to access this site, which will give you the reach, which is basically how many people we are getting to in the month, the views, the followers, and the interactions in general. This gives you a lot of other important data that you should definitely use and access, because it can give you insights that you absolutely need for the business. Now, the second way to access some of the metrics are through the apps. So when you're on Instagram and you go to your profile, you click on your professional dashboard button, and there you're going to be able to see the views, who's interacting, who's not interacting, and a lot of important information. And again, the same with Facebook. So you go into the app, you log in, and you click on professional dashboard, and there again you're going to be able to see the views, the interactions, and the general engagement that audiences are having with your profile. Now, aside from Meta, it's very important to also be able to understand the insights of your Google business profile. This gives you an inside look of what's going on with your business online and how people are interacting with it. And it gives you a lot of key information that you can use to improve your business, to improve your service, and be better in general. So to access this, you're gonna go to Google and you're gonna type in your business, and you're gonna click on Insights as well. And there you're gonna be able to see all of these different metrics, which are the direction requests, the calls, the website clicks, and a lot of different key metrics that you can use for your advantage. For instance, if you see that you're having a lot of direction requests, that means that people are actively trying to find you. And this gives you the opportunity to say, maybe I should improve my website because people are trying to find me, and I should have the tools in order to let them find me. So as you can see, this is so much more than just numbers. As a business owner, it's crucial that you deeply understand why, like, all of the numbers and the metrics that are going on social and, well, on Google. And it gives you a lot of opportunity for growth. It helps you identify as well what's working for your account and your business specifically, which promotions are bringing people through your door. It also lets you optimize your budget, which ads are worth boosting or putting money in. So it lets you use your budget wisely, and it also lets you be ahead of the competition. So if you have a positive reputation online, potential customers are going to see that, and they're going to see your profile first because you're generating like this positive activity in Google. So your profile is going to probably show up first. So people are going to find you, and they're going to want to visit you because they're going to see that their experience is going to be a positive one. So it's crucial that we understand this, that we make decisions not based on assumptions, but based on real data. And all of these tools are available to you at all times. So might as well use them because they're very powerful. So now that we've talked about how to manage the community, how to answer reviews, how to talk with your audiences, and now also that you understand how to find your metrics and your data and understand them, we're going to talk a little bit about meta ads, and Dani is going to help us understand a little bit better. So Dani, take it away.
Thank you, Abby, and thank you everyone for making it up to this point. If you have any questions about metrics, how to access and how to analyze them, you feel free to ask now, or you can always book a check-in call with us if you're a customer, and we'll be happily running through your reports, through your metrics, and helping you understand how to interpret these. This is like a bonus that we brought into this webinar, because we already did a full webinar on meta ads and how to create these ads, how to set them up correctly. Everything there, it's available in our YouTube channel, and you can always access that webinar because it's very interesting that we go deep into how to create ads. This is like a little bonus that we brought in because we were seeing a lot of you and other customers asking us and being confused a little bit with what the difference between organic posting and paid ads are. So since we were talking about setting up your pages correctly, we were talking about managing your community and everything regarding your pages and how to lead the correct strategy and how to post correctly, how to answer messages. All of these things
brought us to think about a very important question and a very big mistake that we see a lot in business owners that don't manage their social media or that they don't understand fully how social media works. And it's the difference between what's being posted in your pages versus when you actually put money behind a post. So I really want you guys to understand this difference, because sometimes we even use the language incorrectly. And when we send you our content calendar, or when we send you some posts that we're going to publish, some of you call them ads. And this is where I really want to make the difference, because ads will only be the ones that get money behind it, and the organic posts are the ones that are going to be published in your pages for people to see, for people to engage with, and that are going to live in your page as something that shows what your business offers and a place where people can actually interact with your content. So a very simple example on how to differentiate these two very easily is seeing your profile and your Facebook page or Instagram page as your store, as your storefront. So if you would put up a poster of 20% off printing in your storefront, you will be showing it to people that walk past your store or people who actually come into your store. So this will relate to your Facebook page and your organic posts in the way that everything that gets published in your page will be seen by people who follow you already, by people who want to follow you, or people who land in your page because they were searching for something specifically and they came up with your profile. So all the things that are published in your page, that are the things that we are going to be publishing every month, that we are going to interact with comments, messages, and everything, will be called your organic posts. Then when we call ads, it's because we are using a specific asset, video, carousel, image, and we are putting money behind it to get more visibility out there. And it's going to be hyper targeted to your local community and to a specific targeted audience that we choose to show it to, that are your potential customers. So the difference between organic posts and paid ads is basically that your organic posts are the things that are going to always be available in your page for people to see, for people to interact with. And the paid ads are the ones you choose to get the visibility out there about anything specific that you want to talk about, but get it to the right people at the right time and in the right channels. Your organic post may be seen by anyone. You won't be able to control this, because anyone that lands in your profile will be able to see it. And that's why we like to always post about everything that you offer. We like to talk about all of your different services and products, so that if somebody lands in your profile, it's like your presentation card. It's like somewhere where they can see what is it that you guys offer. And on the other hand, the ads are things that we strategically choose together with you to promote something specific, to promote a specific service or a product that will bring that visibility to the right people that you really want to target, that will become your potential customers. So you can see the organic posts. If you had a physical store, that would be the similar thing to see as your organic posts. And the paid ads would be, an example is when you sometimes want to share EDDMs, or you send flyers to specific zip codes or to specific people. It's the way that you find potential customers, and they are the ones that are going to get it directly in their house, and not everyone else is going to be able to see it. Another thing that we also see a lot is there's a big confusion between when you see your organic posts that are on your page, you see them there, they're always going to be there. But we get this question a lot, and it's, why am I not seeing my ad when it's running? And this is very, very important for you to understand, because you don't necessarily see your ad when it's running, but that's okay, because it's running and it's showing to the correct people that you want to sell to. Maybe you are not the specific target that Meta is showing the ad to, so that's why you're probably not seeing it. And another important thing that you must have in mind is that an ad does not necessarily have to be posted or published in your page organically for it to become an ad. Sometimes it's not even in your feed, but we could use a specific video or asset, run it as an ad, and people will be seeing it in their phones without it being published in your page. So I know that this can be a little bit confusing, but bear with me. Let me tell you like an example. Let's say you wanted to put up a billboard in a specific road that where people who are, for example, students that go to a close by university or a close by school have to drive through to get there. And if your target is students, you would want to put up that billboard in that specific road. These people that go to the schools are going to drive through this highway or road every single day. They're going to see your billboard and they're going to see that you're targeting at them something that might be interesting for them as a student. But if you as a business owner you don't have to ride down this road to your work or to your store or to your house, you're not going to be able to see that billboard. But this doesn't mean that the billboard is not out there selling to the correct audience. So this is how you would see how ads work. You don't necessarily see your ad when it's running in your phone, published anywhere, because it's being shown to the correct audience at the timings and the moments where Meta defines it's the right moment for people to see. So if you are not seeing it, that's okay. That's how it's supposed to work. Your budget is going to the right people. You're not probably the target audience of your own ads. This is how you would differentiate an ad when it pops up in your phone. So for example, one of the most important things that it will say is you will have a little section here called sponsored, that it's going to be a little bit gray, but it will show that this is something that you are not following. This is something that you are not voluntarily looking for, but it just came up into your screen because you are being targeted with something. So it always says sponsored. It shows the business name and the business profile picture. It will also show you the visual. And then something that's really important as well to identify from an ad is that they will always have a call to action button, thing that the organic posts won't have. So if I enter your Facebook page and I'm seeing all your posts, I can like, I can comment, I can share, but there won't be a specific call to action button that will take me somewhere else. This only happens with ads. So you're going to be able to see buttons like this one that have a specific objective that the business owner or the person doing the ads wants to have on purpose. So if I really want to find followers for my page, my ad will have a call to action button that says follow. And if somebody clicks on it, they will automatically follow my page. Another type of call to action button could be get more information, call, fill out a form, get to a specific landing page. There's many types of call to action buttons that you should put into your ad with a strategy. It doesn't go like randomly. You have to choose the correct objective so that your ad is going to convert the way you want it to. Now that you know the difference between organic and ads and how ads are actually shown to people, we wanted to show you some examples of how we helped some stores get to the correct goal with the correct ad strategy. So this is an example, a store that wanted to grow their printing sales. We met with them. We got to like a really concrete strategy about what they would want to show their audience about printing and what will be the budget that they can use. And in this case, they spent $150, and in 1 month, they were able to grow up to 12K in sales with just one single ad running for the whole month. The correct ad, the correct audience, and the correct objective. Another example was another UPS customer that wanted to really grow in mailboxes. They were not selling so many mailboxes at the time, and with the right strategy, the right asset, and the right setup, they were able to work together with us to get to a 2K in revenue from just $100 ad spend. So these are some examples of how these ads are working and how they were showing to the correct people and how they converted into real sales. So now this is a little recap of what we've spoke about today and what are the things that we covered. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask questions. We can meet with you and do this specifically for your store if you need to, so that you understand everything that we've been doing with your account, all of your ads, your results, your community management, and your page setup. So we talked about setting up your pages correctly, engaging with your community, do's and don'ts, understanding your performance and knowing where to find your data. And then a very important question that has popped up a lot within our conversations with customers, which is how do I understand the difference between what's being posted and published in my Facebook and Instagram page and what actually is an ad? Great to have you all here. And we're happy to work with some of you. I see that some of you are our customers already, and we're glad to see you here learning and understanding more. But just know that we can always have personalized check-ins to talk about your specific results and your pages. Thank you very much, and see you in our next webinar.